Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go through my top 10 most carried knives of November. In my pocket right now, I have in the left pocket the Kunwu knife Stiffy-P. Really been enjoying this one. I'm not going to drop my review and testing of this one until these come back in stock because they're currently out of stock for the Stiffy-P. I do have a larger fixed blade in stock, but not this one. I messaged him to ask him to let me know so I could drop this review whenever it does come back. Because, yeah, you're not going to miss this one. So this one's going back in my left pocket. And in my right pocket, I have, of course, the Divo Knives Fireball. Oh, just put an edge on this one the other day and talk about took a stupid toothy edge. Yep, been loving that. I'm a little biased, but hey. So today we're going to go through my top 10. These are the knives that I carried most. These aren't the only knives that I carried, obviously, but these are just the ones that got carried the most often. Before we even get into the pocket knives, we're going to go through my two slip joints that I've carried the most often here in the last month. And first is going to be the TPK or traditional pocket knives, Hare Riverjack V2. I put my review up of this one not too long ago, so if you hadn't seen this one, definitely go check it out. Just a great slip joint here, especially for the money. I'm currently testing the TPK traditional pocket knives Appalachian. Talk about a beast. Look, just for a size reference. So your Hare Riverjack is, a standard slip joint size, I would say. Just look at the size difference. Talk about a cool one. Priced so well for what they are. S90V steel, micarta titanium bolsters, triple flutes. Yeah, you can pinch to open it because of the long pulls. Absolutely sweet slippy here. Nice and lightweight, just like the Hare Riverjack. Yeah, I love the value that traditional pocket knives brings to the market. I get it. I review all the Jack Wolf knives, slip joints, but I know those are out of a lot of people's price ranges. These, in my opinion, if you're looking for a premium slip joint, it's kind of hard to beat the traditional pocket knives exclusive designs. And then the other EDC fixed blade that I've been carrying most often, because I've just finished the testing on it, is the brand new Kizer Hare. The Kydex sheath, I'm carrying it with a static cord, just hooked to my belt loop at the moment. Nice push off. And the Hare is perfect size for me. I love this size. You got two functional rows of jimping on this one. It is a clip point with a higher tip than I prefer, but I still been enjoying this one. I think it's because of how comfortable it is. You have a two-tone blade there, satin on your flats, stone wash on your primary, and instead of D2, I'm so glad they went with Nitro V stainless steel. I live in the South. D2 has a tendency to rust here. Now, it's not super common because D2 is very close to being a stainless, but I much prefer Nitro V. It can take a screaming sharp edge. And then check this handle out. So you have this thick canvas micarta with some texture. It's very grippy. You have an orange G10 liner, and then check that crown tang of the blade. They crowned it here, and then it stops, I think, right here by that first set of jimping. It is very comfortable. My medium-sized hands, I get a nice 4-finger grip on it. Got a little lanyard hole in the back, bolt-on construction. Any knives in this video that are available, I will link them all down in the description. Most of them will probably be affiliate links, so if you want to help support what I do here on this channel, it helps me pay for my testing materials. I can't thank you enough. If not, no sweat. Let's get into the top 10 folders that I've carried. This one was a surprise. This is the brand new Lothar Challenger K1. I was actually on Amazon searching for a fixed blade from Lothar that one of you awesome individuals recommended me to check out for an EDC fixed blade video. So I was looking for that particular fixed blade and stumbled upon two Lothar knives that I was like, whoa, I gotta check that out. So this was one of them. It has, they're calling it Damascus G10. And if you look in there, it almost looks like micarta in there, but I'm guessing it is G10. I think it looks nice. I'm not usually a fan of the Damascus G10, but I think it looks really nice on this one. And I was a little worried because these scales are stainless steel, but they've managed to pocket them out enough to where it's manageable for its size. It's a nice full-size knife. My only gripe on the knife so far is the pocket clip, because it's stainless steel as well, and it is pretty darn stiff. Now, you do want a little bit extra tension because this is smooth G10, so I don't know. I'm almost done with the testing on this one, and you're not going to want to miss it, so let's check it out. You have, when I say fantastic action on this, check this button lock action out. And it's nice and solid too. I've done some major spine wax with these because I've never had a Lothar knife on the channel, so anytime it's a first time coming on this channel, I try to purchase them myself. I purchased this one along with the other one I'll be showing y'all. And I try to test them hard just to see if, you know, if I ever plan on either reaching out to a company or they reach out to me, if I ever plan on taking in something from a company, I want to make sure they're quality stuff. I used to take stuff blindly here and there, and I've been bitten way too many times, and I just won't do it to y'all. So the reason why this one's so sweet is because this Tonto blade, this hollow grind, you see how high it is, comes down nice and thin. When I say thin, if you like a slicey blade, this thing is a slicing machine. Plus, they're using one of my favorite budget steels, 14C 28N, which can take a screaming sharp edge. And I have to admit, a Lothar did not disappoint in the sharpness factor. Like I said, I bought these off of Amazon, so they didn't cherry pick one. That's another reason, you know. I never know if a company's cherry picking a knife to send to me or making sure it's very sharp. Well, they didn't know who this was going to. So I can tell you from experience on this one, it is ridiculously sharp. So stay tuned for my review of this one. It's probably going to be in a 4 or 5 knife quick review video, just because I'm very backed up right now and I need to try to get a bunch of videos done. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, and I will link this one down below if you're interested. Next, we have the KB Knives Vertigo. And I like this one way, way more than I ever thought I would. And I got to say, I'm very impressed with KB Knives. I know it's still Kubi knives, but it's now their premium side. And I can see why. Beautiful action. This is a Steve carry, I think it is. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry about that. Awesome custom knife maker. S35VN. I do wish they would have went to something different. The finishing on this knife, the action on this knife is remarkable. Blind screwed and contoured mill tie pocket clip. Now they sent me this one. I probably wouldn't have went for the heavy blasted stonewash finish. But if that's not your thing either, they have several that are satin finishes as well. And this one has the Santa Fe Camo Carbon, I think it is. My only gripe on this knife so far, well, there's no lefty love on this. And the fitment of the Camo Carbon is not the best. You can kind of see that right there. There is a gap. Because if you look over here, everything's nice and tight. And then here, and then, you know, it's harder to tell here because of the lock bar. But so far, that's my only complaint. And I don't think that would be a deal breaker for me. It just isn't. The action feels like a much more premium knife. And they did a great job on that sharpening choil. I'm sure it's because this is his design, so he probably put exactly how he wanted it. But beautiful action, very comfortable. Almost done with the testing on this one. These are on sale right now. I'm guessing it's a Black Friday sale. They're down to $210. I definitely think it's worth that, no doubt. Now to another budget knife, another one. It's just a company that I've been very impressed with over the years since I've found them. And that is coming from Holtzman Guerrilla Survival. This is the Loyalist. And thank you, Holtzman, starting to name your knives. I can't thank you enough. I cannot stand when you got a bunch of numbers or you can't even find a name. But this is the first knife that Holtzman has ever sent me. I bought several of their knives because I've been impressed. And they're not the cheapest knives, especially their folders. You know, a lot of people say, you know, they're overpriced because they're D2 steel. But if you've never owned one and felt the quality of it, then you wouldn't understand it, I guess. And to me, I feel like it's worth the money. This, I think, was 65 bucks. I definitely think it's worth it. Beautiful action. Nice, versatile blade. Like I said, D2 steel. I would love to know who the OEM to this is, because it feels, in my opinion, almost like Riot quality to this. Now, I have no clue who made it, but wow. Just beautiful action, just a very light, audible stick. That type of stick that I like to hear, so I know that button lock is positively engaged. You can thumb flick it. Yeah. This review is coming very soon as well. I finished the testing, and all I'm going to say, because I want you to come watch the review, is it performed outstanding. Number 4 is probably my new favorite Kansept to date, and that is the new Kansept Thoth. This is a Sparrow Knife Works collaboration. Same guy who designed the Fenrir. And before the Thoth, I would say the Fenrir was probably my favorite Kansept. And once again, his design. And I'm going to tell you why this one I think is probably going to be my new favorite. So you have the titanium, blackwash titanium here. They got so many different variations of this. So this one isn't your thing. They have other ones. They have micarta up here. So your bolster on this one is 80s camo carbon. Then you have a titanium inlay on top of that bolster. Flip it over. You have a nice contoured mill-tie pocket clip that functions excellently. And I was very worried because I saw that clip and then I saw this lock relief. And so far, mine's been fine going in and out. I will definitely let y'all know for the full video if I start getting hung up in there. I definitely would have liked to see that on the inside, but you know, I can't do nothing about this. So this is a bolstered frame lock. Now let's open it up. You got that thumb hole that you can easily reverse flick it and show you this. So it's a frame lock, a complete frame lock going up there, and then they just put the bolster over the top of it, and you have that inlay of titanium there as well. Very versatile blade, and this is, of all the Kansepts that I own or reviewed, this one is the sliciest Kansept that I know of. Now there may be another one, but I don't own it. This one has a high hollow grind that comes down nice and thin. I wish you could feel this. You have that low tip, so I can easily get that tip on the things. The contouring feels great because you have this bolster that covers the frame lock area, so I don't have any area that's poking me from that frame lock. My biggest complaint on this one is the sharpening choil Kansept. If y'all could start getting y'all sharpening choils right, y'all would be next level to me, because this year y'all came out guns blazing. All the Kansepts that I've had on this channel this year have been on another level. So you can see it's already starting to flare there. That's a shame. But other than that, I like this knife that much that that's not a deal breaker for me. Not at all. One that I was just talking about, and that is the other Lothar knife that I picked up. This is the Lothar Spider. It has black aluminum scales that have the spider web milled inside of it. Thumb stud deployment. You have a deep carry and inset pocket clip. Reversible. Nice little gentleman's knife here. This thing rockets out. Rockets out. Nice streamlined design. Sleek, slim, lightweight. Full flight ground drop point blade. And this one is also in 14C 20-10 steel. That's what really got me to bite on this one. This is the first one I found. I saw that it was 14C. I like the blade shape. I know it's going to be versatile. So I bought this one, and then, well, that's when the Challenger K1 popped up, and I was like, oh, I got to have that one too. So I bought 2 of them back to back. This one, I'm not done the testing with it. I just started the testing with this one, the Challenger. I'll probably have that video out first. So let me know what y'all think about these Lothar knives. Do any of y'all own any Lothars? All right, we got another premium offering. The Karbon knife Smokeshow. This is Ken Onion's brand, his design, made by Kunwu. So you have that copper foiled carbon fiber. I don't really love all this layered stuff, and you know, I don't know, it's a little too flashy for me. And then you have it on the pocket clip. But I do love the action, and I love that blade shape. Not to mention the thickness and contouring on these scales feel outstanding. And so far, every Kunwu knife that I've had on this channel that I've tested, they perform great. M390 steel. So let me know what y'all think about this. I know it's pretty pricey for what it is. I think this one would have been priced a lot better at like $250. I know you have the Hall of Famer Ken Onion behind it, and that's going to carry some weight. But it would have been nice, you know, it's just harder to recommend something like this. As much as I like it, you know, I get it, it's going to be way out of a lot of people's price ranges. But maybe they'll offer a little bit more budget version like they did with the Buckhorn later. I don't know. The new Trivisa Triton. They sent this one to me, and I'm so glad they did because I kept passing this one over. Got the blue micarta backspacer deep carry pocket clip that is reversible. It has regular flipper, a top flipper right here. I can't really use that. Oh yeah, I can. And then you have these titanium thumb studs that are pretty comfortable. Rockets out. You have a 3-point, I think 8-9 inch blade on this one. Full flat ground blade. Comes down nice and thin. 14C 20'd in. Just started testing on this one, and man, I think that's what got this one as much pocket time because I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying using it. Very smooth action. I like Trivisa. Trivisa produces a good knife for the money. Good bang for your buck. Next up, we have the Kansept Odd 21. This is another Tough Knives collaboration. I got to handle this one at Blade Show this year. This one has the tiger striping, gold hardware here. You have a pivot collar there. I know some people can't stand the lightning holes. I don't love them, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Blind screwed mill tie pocket clip that functions great because look at that. That lock relief is on the inside, doesn't break up the pattern on here, and I don't have to worry about anything getting hung up. You have a back flipper, and you also have a front flipper that works great. As long as you don't have large, extra large hands, this one should fit you, and it should be pretty darn comfortable. You got a nice, big old, wide-bellied drop point blade, 20 CV steel. There's the Tough Knives logo there. So stay tuned for this review. I'm about quarter of the way done with testing on this one. Next up, we have the Karbon Knives Buckhorn. I love the premium version, but I like this one a little bit more, and I'll tell you why. It's just because I don't have to worry about a lock bar right here, putting my fingers there, and it's just as smooth. Check it out. Woo! Just as snappy. And if you like the look of the other one, but the price tag's out of your reach, and this one's not, they have the version that looks just like the premium one, except it's aluminum like this one. It's just not this coloration. This blade shape has really, really grown on me. You can easily use the tip, the way that tip comes down right there. 14C on this one. Yeah, just a very well-made knife, very comfortable. These scales are a little thicker. They fill out the hand a little bit better. And then milling for days. Just check out all the milling you got here. Vertical. You have this little raise. It's like three-dimensional. You got some here, here. Listen, you don't hear my dog? He said he thought it was super comfortable as well. He's trying to let y'all know how comfortable this one is. I absolutely love this knife. And that is the brand new Quiet Carry Drift LTC. Large and contoured. It has that beautiful knurling on the show side scale. Woo. And then on this side, you have that knurling up top here, and then the split, and then a very faint, fine micro milling on the rest of it. And then the LTC, they upgraded it back to the Van Eyck Super Clean steel. Van Eyck Super Clean is a nitrogen-based steel that is definitely in my top 3 favorite steels of all time. So at this point in life, because I don't have to worry about it rusting, being that it's a nitrogen-based steel, it holds a great edge and it's tough. You know, what's there not to love? I know it's expensive, and I get it. You know, this is out of a lot of people's price range as well, but if you ever had the opportunity to pick one up or to get one at a good price, you know, in the secondary market, or just get a chance to use one for a while, I definitely highly recommend it. Quiet Carry is probably one of my favorite smaller boutique brands, I guess you could call it. Just love their stuff. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Like I said, if you liked anything in this video, everything that's available will be linked down in the description. I also timestamp them, so if you forget the name of something, you can click on the timestamp and it'll bring you to that portion of the video. If you have any questions in particular, feel free to ask me down below. I'll do my best to get back with you. I hope every one of y'all had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope every one of y'all has an outstanding day today. And remember, guys and gals, keep those blades sharp, smile more. Gobble, 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 gobble.